Trash Bin Talk.
Hello everybody, my name is Raccoon Bro VA and welcome back to another episode of Trash Picks Talk. We got the entire gang here this time, that includes both Dangerman and Flip, as opposed to one or the other. How are we all doing today, fellas?
Good. I'm excited, man, for this matchup mayhem.
Yeah, and we have a very familiar first one coming up here. It was very favored to win on the Tournament of Champions, but had a bit of an upset in the first round. So I think that'll be interesting for us to discuss how that might have happened with Luz from the Owl House versus Anne from Amphibia.
Alright.
Yeah.
Baby.
Yeah. Why
So-
not?
So now I will say with these two, I haven't really. I feel like I've sort of moved on from like Disney Channel sort of like kids adventures shows. Like I'm more doing stuff like Yu Yu Hakusho and Better Call Saul. But Owl House and Amphibia, I feel like those two shows were like my swan song for like that era of my life when I was like really into stuff like that. And so like when I watched both of these and I enjoyed them and their endings, I was like, yeah, I think that's a good place to like end it off there for my tenure with these types of adventures. And so because of that, this feels like a very thematic matchup for my own sort of growth as a person. I would very much like to see them both talked about, but this one was from was it Zeo?
It was
No.
Or Dangerman? Yeah,
was
Dangerman,
Dangerman.
yes. So, Dangerman, why don't you tell us a little bit about this matchup?
Okay, so with this matchup, I had heard about it for a little bit, but I mainly got really invested with it when I first watched these two shows back in 2023, and yeah, these two shows are up there as some of my favorite cartoons of all time, and I would just be really excited to see both of them covered on Death Battle, and I would just really like the dynamic between these two. They're both like, they're both regular teenage girls who got trapped in a magical world, and of course, like very different, like magical and a world with frogs. But I just thought the dynamic would be really cool. Also the dynamic between their powers, like Luz's glyphs and calamity powers. I just think that would be really cool to see.
Yeah,
No,
absolutely.
For sure.
Especially since when you can like the matchup, from what I follow of the matchup, we're giving these two like pretty much everything. So that means we're giving Anne her like final calamity, like we're giving her all 3 gems, so she can use like her more powerful blue form as well as like her light form, and then Luz also gets like her Titan form, which I think I feel like that would just make like such a fun climax. But I think another reason as to why this matchup also really hits for me is because like obviously everyone points out like the parallels of like, oh yeah, there are 2 teenage girls who get like transported into they get isekai'd basically, and that's the rest is history. But like what I really like about this matchup is that it also touches upon an aspect about these characters that I think gets undersold a little bit, and the fact that like these are 2 girls that are basically like they're trying to find their place in the world. They're trying to figure out what they want to do in their lives because like it comes with like the kind of the territory of like being at that age. And so what I really think the fight could do, alongside just being like a pretty fun back and forth, I think it also like really have like some fun character interactions about like these two basically kind of just like showing off to one another, basically being like, this is who I am, and like that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, it would definitely need to have a friendly rapport to it, I feel.
Yeah, definitely a friendly. Friendly
these guys-
interactions between these two. Yeah.
Kind of like all my cards
Yeah,
and stuff
something
like
like the official
Might.
crossover that these two shows got. That was,
Yeah.
I believe, during the pandemic.
A crossover? I don't remember a
Yeah,
crossover.
Well, like
I
it's
think,
like
like-
it's like a more
You mean the Disney
unofficial
GB things?
official. It's like where they got some of the voice actors of the show to do
Yeah.
do an unofficial script that crossed over Owl House and Amphibia.
Oh,
It was
okay.
like
Like
it,
it
yeah,
happened
it
at a
featured
convention,
like the voice actresses for Lou, Ida, and Hop
Yeah, I
Hop.
believe it was like Luz, Ida. I don't know if King was there, and then it was Anne and the Planters.
King was not there. I think that the only Owl House characters that were there were Luz and Ida.
Yeah, I think
Nice.
it was Luz, Ida, and then Anne and the Planters.
I just remember.
clo-
Yeah.
the closest thing I was thinking about was the actual like Amphibia episode where they got why am I blanking on his name? The
Alex
person
Hirsch?
who plays Alex Hirsch to play like a frog version of Grunkle Stan and like
Yes,
the mystery.
yes.
Mhm.
It was
That
like,
was a
bro,
great episode.
Like they just straight up showed Bill Cipher, and I was like, oh hey, that's a cool Easter egg. But then Frog Stan
That's
shows up,
awesome.
and it's
Also-
like,
Yeah,
oh wait, this is a.
There was at the end of season 2, Marcy was like flipping through a book and it showed like references to other shows. They showed Gargoyles, they showed Gravity Falls, stuff like that. Love it.
Yeah, and I think that it was also the Owl House that like just straight up showed Anne.
Yeah, no,
Yeah,
Owl House
it was in
it's like,
their season 2 finale.
the mom was
like
like,
an
it was like
article.
TV, the news about a girl being in like lost or something.
Yeah, it was something like that.
And
Yeah.
it was very, very, very cool sort of sisterhood between these two shows, because you can't
Yeah,
really
absolutely.
get to
claim
respect.
you can't really claim ripping off, because it's like saying Jack and Daxter ripped off Ratchet and Clank. Like the companies that worked on those series, like they shared notes with each other. It's like clearly a much more like friendly dynamic. If anything, they just like took inspiration like from each other equally, which I think is really cool.
Yeah, and I really want to
Definitely.
get. I'm really trying to get my niece into watching Amphibia because like it's just so incredible.
Hmm.
And also just hearing Brenda Song's voice, like as someone who grew up with Zach and Cody, like just hearing Brenda Song it doing literally anything and also doing it well just hits home.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that probably gets into like what I think is my hot take. I want Anne to win because I genuinely like. A lot of people say Owl House is the better show. I disagree. I think Amphibia is better than Owl House.
Yeah,
but
I'm honestly
also
with you
personally
there.
prefer Amphibia.
I can
I-
see that.
I like Amphibia as
Yeah,
a show more,
agree.
but I also think that Ida Clawthorne. I like Ida Clawthorne more as a character than anyone in Amphibia. Like Ida is just literally me.
I'm of the opinion that
Oh, you mean
Owl
Stan's
House.
ex-wife?
I'm of the opinion that Owl House has higher highs, but Amphibia is a bit more consistent with its quality.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I can see
I would
that,
agree
yeah.
with that.
Especially since like Owl House was like fighting a massively uphill battle with its
Oh.
final season.
Oh, I mean the fact that it got
Yeah.
completely
Disney,
screwed
like-
over,
Yeah.
Yeah.
and now Dana Terrace is clapping back with the most obvious "fuck you" Disney show ever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nights of Good Beer.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I'm just
The
imagining.
glitch.
I'm just imagining how fun of a climax it could be, because like I think everyone, like for those of you who have seen Amphibia in this VC, you've seen the final battle of Amphibia, like where the
Yeah.
Calamity Trio are in space facing all those robots. It's so
Yeah.
freaking cool, and if we can get something that could even like replicate that kind of
It's
energy,
so Sonic Adventure.
it's so Sonic Adventure, yeah, and it's funny because then like Sonic 3 also did the exact same thing.
Yeah,
But
no,
yeah, I just want,
yeah,
I would want a
Yeah.
climax like that.
getting like a space battle of like
So
brute
you're
force
saying
versus
Anne
magic and
movie
hacks.
Sonic.
Kind
Anime
of.
versus movie Sonic.
Kind of.
No, that no.
Kind
It
of.
doesn't work.
I mean, yeah, it's because it's like I know Luz also has Echo as an opponent that people bring up, but I don't
Yeah,
know.
from Little Witch Academia.
Something about the fact that we don't normally get two shows from the same channel. I don't think we've ever gotten that actually. Have
We've
we?
had Star. Yeah, no. Okay, Star Receiving. That's Cartoon Network, Disney.
Well, while you think, yeah, I'll let you think about that.
Yeah, no.
and,
Unless you count Green Lantern, because there was a Green Lantern show on Cartoon Network, and
that doesn't count.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, no,
I think you could
no.
also count Starscream versus Rainbow Dash because they're both owned by Hasbro.
Bro, yeah.
Okay, no, but I'm talking about something different. I'm talking about two cartoon shows that aired on the same channel, basically at the same time too. Like I don't think we've never gotten something like that before.
Yeah,
Would you
no,
consider
there-
Would
I
you
don't
consider
think we have.
Wiley Tom?
No.
Counts. How
I
dare
would.
you.
No, they're
I would.
theatrical shorts. That does not count.
They
The
both
one-
play on
the one
Boomerang.
thing
It's good though.
It's not the
And
same.
they
It's
both
not.
had multiple, and like both Tom and Jerry and Looney Tunes had multiple different shows that aired on Cartoon Network.
It's
around
not the
same
same. These two had one show each. It's not the same.
Yeah.
Yeah. I can't think of anything else.
That's-
Yeah, I got
this will be
nothing.
our first-
Tom and
Because-
Tom
yeah,
and Wiley's cheating, in my opinion.
Wait.
It's
Ash versus Yugi because 4Kids?
Maybe. I'll maybe. I'll
Yeah.
maybe give you that
Maybe.
one.
Okay, yeah.
No, it's not out yet. So
Yeah.
Yeah, well, it's not out yet, also, so that is worth
Yeah,
considering.
exactly.
It's like because they were both on 4Kids, like you have somewhat of a point there. But no, even getting back to this, what really it has to have like a cool moment where like they both like accidentally like kill each other at the same time, so that we can have, and then like a bit of parallel, like split screen parallelism of both of their like revive things happening, where they and then coming, because that's how they both get their like ultimate forms, and like it takes a bit of sacrifice to get there, and so canonically it would be like their first times like also getting them within the battle itself, so that it would be cool to like get their reaction of, whoa, this is a cool form, like again, and then like being like, all right, let's go all out and have some fun. Because it's like in universe, like they wouldn't be able to access those forms again, so they would need to like take that, kind of like the whole 8th gate thing with my guy.
Yeah, I mean, technically speaking, Anne's like final form, all that that didn't like that was more so like this, her using that power is what killed herself. It's not she needed to kill herself in order to use it.
Yeah,
Or like the other way around.
With Luz, she had to die like in order to get the Titan's power.
Right.
But, like with Anne, she just got it from the Calamity box, which was already there. And,
Yeah.
like she didn't really need to die. She died after the fact.
I mean, either way, I would love like the ending for
I
the
could see them
fight.
taking a bit of like just creative liberty there, and having her access the gems, like in that other world where she's talking to the god that takes on her cat.
Yeah, it's good. Well, you see, that's what the end. That's why I would love the ending for the fight to be. Is like it's like that's why I think I would prefer Anne winning, because I like the idea of like after Anne uses like her light power to like defeat Luz, both of them would then end up at Guardian's place, and like they both get like like they get a chance to be like, yeah, that was a good fight, and then they both get revived.
Yeah, I can see. I
think
can see that
that'd be
being
like
cool.
I can see that.
Yeah, I think that would just be like such a satisfying like conclusion to the fight. It's like I don't want them to do like the Star Steven thing where like Star just kills Steven and she's like, I won!
Or Poe being like, that was so cool.
Wait till Master Shifu hears about this.
Hey, Master Shifu, I killed a guy.
It's like, oh, of course you did.
Hey, Master Shifu, I met another dragon warrior. And where is he, Poe? Oh, he's
He's in my stomach.
I ate him.
Why would you eat another dragon warrior?
I imagined him as a dumpling. I'm sorry.
I imagine him as the top.
I couldn't help myself. All right, so anyway,
He looks so delicious.
the music for this would go hard. I love both of the tracks that Darewolf and Brandon did for this.
Calamity at the door.
So yeah, that's the one I commissioned.
Oh yeah, that's right.
And and hopefully they would get good voice actors for this, and I wanted it to be a Sprite-ish episode, preferably.
Yeah.
I think that would fit
Yeah,
these
I
two.
think that
So, and like save the hand-drawn parts for like their transformations. So yeah, very cool one. I think now would be a good time to move on to our next episode, which is Spider-Man versus Blue Power Ranger.
Nice.
All right.
That sounds fun.
Okay.
Alright, this one, surprisingly enough, I got the idea from my friend on Twitter, Spider-Man Noir. He used to be known as Kamek, but he gave me the idea of this, and I'm like, you know what? I could actually make this work. And so, Peter Parker, the New York's amazing Spider-Man, versus Billy Cranston, Angel Grove's Mighty Morphin Power Ranger. And I will assure you that these two are more than teenagers with attitude. And
they're also
we can start
party
off with-
dudes.
that too. Now, I remember people were saying, why not Spider-Man versus Tommy? And look, as much as I love Tommy Oliver, one of the greatest Power Rangers to live, I feel like these two have more connections if you think about it, because think about it. Peter and Billy, they're like super fantastic nerds, with Peter's like, technology's getting the attention of like, say, Reed Richards and Tony Stark, and Billy sooner or later be creating Cranston Tech to like, from the comics and from the Power Rangers 30th anniversary special. And not only that, these two have been through so much throughout the years with being a superhero and like losing a lot of their loved ones, like with what happened to Peter with Gwen, and with what happened with Billy recently with Trini. If you don't know, she literally took a hit for Billy in order to save him from Rita's spell. And
Right, yeah, I heard about that.
And I don't know if Billy felt this, but like his own friend sacrificed her life just to save him. And then after that, her own daughter blamed him for her death. And so he would try to make up by finally taking down Rita. And then soon Trini's daughter Min, she would become the new Yellow Mighty Morphin Power Ranger, honoring her mom's legacy. And Billy would agree to help her continue on that legacy, being somewhat of a mentor figure. And then as for Peter, he's got his own moments too. He has helped out people like, say, Miles, Miss Marvel, and just, he knows when to be a good mentor figure. And I say these two have a really good fight dynamic, especially like they can be like complimenting each other, literally talking about how smart they are, and just overall, I think this is a really fun idea. I feel like if you would have to bring back Peter for like his own death battle, I say this, in my opinion, this would be his best idea. Just okay. But that's just me.
Yeah, this is definitely a matchup I haven't heard of before, but now seeing it and knowing Power Rangers, like, yeah, this works so well.
Would you prefer for it to be like a 3D animated or 2D animated?
I mean, any could work. If it went up to me, I'd say probably maybe doing sprites, because I don't know how they would I don't know how Power Rangers would do in 3D. I've never seen a 3D animation with that. I mean, they have done it, but that was like through Megazord fights. But either way, I'd be down to see it in 2D or 3D.
Well, they do have the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers skins in Fortnite, so there's that.
It all comes back to Fortnite, baby.
Fortnite scaling.
You could just use the Fortnite models for both to avoid clashing.
And if I ask for more,
I mean, even then, like Peter's Marvel Rivals models could also work too.
Yeah, save the clashing for the fight.
What I really want to see within this matchup is like both of them, like Peter's technology like colliding with Billy's like other wide variety of powers, like his Blade Blaster, his Power Lance, and just everything else he has.
Yeah, no, I totally agree that like it would be really cool because like it's been I lost count of how many years it's been since we had Peter on Death Battle, but like if we could like give him that chance to come back and like also focus on like the aspects of like Spider-Man, like the tech aspects of Spider-Man that don't really get talked about as much, that'd be really cool. The only thing that kind of sucks is that I don't envy the person who has to research all of Spider-Man comics because that is massive.
Oh god, clones.
That is massive.
By the
that's the biggest problem of all these Marvel characters and DC characters, the research.
By the way, fun fact, in 1 month, Batman vs. Spider-Man turns 13.
Oh. Don't make me feel old. Stop it.
Yeah, I feel old. What the heck are you doing, man?
I mean, hey, as long as they get the slander of Paul more, or do we want to ignore him? I'm assuming we don't want anything to talk about Paul.
Well, no. I want Boomstick to just unabashedly shit on Paul. Like,
please.
Who the hell is this Paul guy? Why is he
and it's even better because apparently MJ and Paul are broken up now, so that would be a fun thing to talk about.
Broke up. Left him for Venom.
She left him for Venom.
All I'm gonna say is if they slander Paul, if Boomstick slanders Paul in the most outrageous way possible, the episode's getting a 10 out of 10.
It's got to be on the level of the Volnut rant.
Look, I've never read like a lot of Marvel comics, though I am like about ready to start because if you know, you know. But I will say I know all about Paul. I know all about him.
I just want the rant edit to be like, it's just a picture of Paul's smug face zooming more and more in as Boomstick's just going harder and harder.
Crashing out.
I don't know. I don't know how many of you guys heard the Spider-Man vs. Suction Cup Man track from their Wolf.
I listened to it.
Yeah, that one. Yeah, that was pretty fun.
And one more thing to bring up before
I did throw in one lyric of Suction Cup Man being like, "Mess with me, you'll see a nasty fall. I'll own you like my name was Paul."
God, yeah.
One more thing I want to bring up is that literally these two have like so much like they show up when they show up, say like Spider-Man when he comes through like helping out the Avengers or basically the Young Avengers, and with Billy coming up to help out the newer and old. Well, the newer version of the Power Rangers, they're like really cool mentor figures. Like Billy, he was there to like help the Cosmic Fury Rangers, despite how Cosmic Fury went, but we won't talk about that. Despite how that went, literally Billy, he provided them with new morphers and gave them so much advice to like carry on throughout the battle when Zed took over Earth. And as for Peter, he's been there for like say for Miles, Miss Marvel, and just pretty much everybody there, even Franklin Richards. He's like somewhat of a uncle type version.
Yeah,
of the
that
group.
makes that definitely makes sense considering the way how a lot of people would describe Spider-Man or even just Peter in general is that he's the bench for like the entire like street side of Marvel. Like he is like he's like the role model for basically like every like street level character in the Marvel universe just because of like what he represents. And I think what best embodies that is that there's a panel from a Daredevil run that like Matt accidentally killed somebody, and so Peter shows up at Matt's house and is like, he recalls a time when he did something similar, and he's just like, and he basically like motivates Matt to like, yeah, what's done is done. Like it sucks, but like you gotta own up to it. You gotta move on. It's a really good scene.
We
in
got
that
we got a job to do.
Also, I want to say this. Talk about Power Rangers. Billy, top 5 Blue Ranger, probably
Yes.
top 2.
Yes, thank you.
I'll
Thank
say
you.
top 2. Anyone who slanders Billy, you don't know ball. Billy is the goat.
Anyone that slanders Billy, it's on site. I'm joking. I
Where
want
does
to
the
do that.
Scottish
Maybe.
one rank?
Scottish one's also top 5. I'll say that because he's funny.
Yeah, it's a close debate.
One question before we move on. This has nothing to do with the matchup. Does a Power Ranger being assigned a specific color like have anything to do with their role in the team, or is it just random?
The only one that
really-
matters is Red's the leader.
Okay.
It really depends on the morphing grid. Really, it's just it's complicated.
I remember
but-
Power Rangers SPD. They had a thing where it's like, if you're the Red Ranger, then like you are just like you are the leader, and that's
Yeah,
why
you're
like,
leader,
Okay.
that's
and
why there was
why-
like, or sorry.
Yeah, that's why Sky Tate, the Blue Ranger, best Blue Ranger, by the way. Fight me on that one.
Yeah, I'll agree with you there. I'll agree with you
big
there.
beef with the Red Ranger because he's like, no, I want to be the Red Ranger, and he
Yeah,
has the
because-
best arc.
Yeah,
throughout
it-
all of SPD.
Yeah, Power Ranger SPD is so good, man. I love
Oh,
SPD.
man.
Meanwhile, TMNT is like, "Why did you make me the leader? Because you asked."
Yeah,
Because
exactly.
you asked.
That's it. Yeah.
Yeah.
And that,
Goes around.
I still love that Game Grumps debate where they're like, no, Raph's not the leader, okay? But no,
Not the leader.
but in the team
Mad.
in the theme song they say that Raphael's the leader though, but he's not.
But he's not.
Okay. He is aloof as fuck. Yeah. I'm of the opinion that they should do this in live action, like that one Spider-Man fan film where he was literally swinging from
Spider-Man
buildings for
Lotus?
real. No, not Spider-Man Lotus. I'm talking about the very first one from.
Let's do this one for Superpower Beatdown.
I'm talking about the very first one from the
I was thinking-
90s where the guy was like actually swinging from buildings with like a towel for real and like actually could have died.
Yeah, I did see that.
I didn't see that.
Oh, wait, are you talking about the Broadway show that?
No, not the Broadway show, the fan
No.
film.
No.
This was a fan
Wait,
film.
someone
There's
actually
another
someone
fan.
actually almost died.
Well, because
Yeah.
he was swinging from buildings with like towels and shit, and he like
Oh.
didn't have any wires on him. And when asked why he did it, he was like, because I wanted to get the shot.
Oh, God, that's terrifying. I mean, yeah, I was also
You
thinking,
know,
yeah, I
think
think
I'm
I think it was Flip who said it. Yeah, Superpower Beatdown. They also did Spider-Man fights like
Versus
Spider-Man
Darth
versus
Maul.
Darth Maul. Yeah.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah.
I mean, yeah, they know how to like
Utilize the
get
symbiote.
like the kind of like choreograph that I would expect from a Spidey fight. So if we're gonna do a live action, there
Joker and
is.
Harley versus
possibly-
Deadpool and Domino still holds up.
Yes, I love that fight. It's so good.
Oh, by the way, it's called Spider-Man's Last Stand. Look up Spider-Man's Last Stand.
Right.
Oh, Spider-Man. Okay, got it.
Last stand, go.
And while you guys do that, we can move on to our next matchup: Bakugo versus Arlo. Take it,
Alright,
Ooh.
okay.
take it away.
All right,
Another
all
one of
right.
the
This
unordinary-
one's mine. This
Okay.
one's mine. All right. Before I start, because this depends on what I have to explain. Who here even knows what unordinary is, let alone Reddit?
I've seen the
I've
main
heard
being
of it.
matched up
Never heard
against
of it.
Hajime a bunch of times.
I was gonna say,
Okay.
I've
Whenever I
heard of
hear
it.
the name Arlo, I think of the blue puppet guy on YouTube.
I think of the good dinosaur.
Fair enough either. So, well, we all know Bakugo, you know, asshole,
Oh,
to Deku very early on the story, but then quickly becomes like his closest friend and ally in
And
the
not
final
an
moments.
asshole.
And not lover.
Less of an asshole.
Stand out.
But still an asshole. But still an asshole through and through. So
True.
Arlo is basically that. He was such an asshole to John in the beginning of Unordinary that the fans on Webtoon just started calling him Aslo
Wow.
in the comics.
Nice.
This is such a popular meme that later on another character named Remy just calls Arlo Aslo.
Wow.
Like the
That's great.
insult is canon, but Arlo was just such an asshole to John because John was a crippled. That's the term for people who don't have powers or abilities in Unordinary. And without spoiling, because I do want people to read Unordinary, it's a very fun read, Arlo pushes John too far and gets shit on for it.
Ooh.
So then afterwards, Arlo becomes actually more friends with John, and they eventually work together in order to do stuff. Basically, Arlo has a similar arc to what Bakugo does. Now, Arlo's powers, I have to explain this. So Bakugo is, of course, you know, Explosion. King Explosion Dynamite, I think is what his name is now.
King Explosion, Murder, Dynamite.
King Explosion, Murder Dynamite, or Lord Explosion, Murder Dynamite. Like, just Explosion's the ultimate offensive ability. Arlo is the king of defense. So his shit is that he'll put up barriers around himself and around others. And he can even create incomplete barriers to just shove people into walls. There was a very funny panel when it first happened.
Very classic offense versus defense matchup.
Yeah, ultimate offense versus ultimate defense. And their banter, be so funny. Because Bakugo, of course, loud, abrasive asshole. Arlo is more of like cool, calm, calculating, while still an asshole. So these two naturally would just fucking hate each other.
So rage
Oh, yeah,
baiting
there's-
versus rage baiter.
Yeah,
I was gonna
the
say
rage baiting and the rage baiter.
Like from like just like that description of Arlo you said reminds me of literally Monoma from My Hero, the guy who from the other class who just like likes to get a rise out of class 1A.
Oh, that
Yeah,
Oh my
dude, that's
God.
literally what he
Oh.
does. He's just a rage baiter.
Hmm.
He would low-key try to rage bait Bakugo, and Bakugo would call him Aslo.
Yeah. Oh, that would be a fun acknowledgement of the fan base.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
gotta acknowledge fan base because the creator has. This matchup is just a lot of fun. It's probably my favorite matchup of Unordinary, because John doesn't have good matchups, but that's a different argument. There's one problem with this matchup. You're probably thinking, who wins? Bakugo. He he should murder Arlo, for being completely honest.
Hmm.
But for the animation, we can nerf him to have a fun dynamic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
Is
feel like
Arlo-
I feel like Bakugo kind of murders most of his opponents.
He does,
Yeah.
he does.
Yeah.
He is
Yeah.
wrong for no reason.
I was gonna say,
It's
but it
either
doesn't
he
says
murders them
things
or he
like
gets
die
murdered.
and go to hell, like to like everyone he fights. He's like, yeah,
pretty
go
much.
to hell.
What I was gonna ask is, does Arlo have like crazy like maneuverability? Because Bakugo's whole thing is like exploding himself, like flying around through explosions.
Arlo is he doesn't really have much again, his main thing is just his barrier, so he'll just set up a barrier around himself or around others and stall them in his tracks. A lot of his fights, he's not moving around crazy. There are characters in Unordinary that do move around crazy. Remy has lightning powers, for example.
So-
But Arlo would stay a lot more stationary.
So it could be
But-
a little bit like Gaara versus Rock Lee.
Yeah, a little bit like that. And if Bakugo gets close enough, I mean, Arlo's not afraid to throw hands, so he'll just punch Bakugo right in the fucking face.
That would be very funny.
Which is
That
like,
would be
Bakugo
pretty
gets close, he drops the barrier, just fucking sucker punches him.
that would be awesome.
I just
And
think
then
the
he says
animation...
something like, and like he punches him and does like the Dr. Fate "shut up" meme.
Yeah, exactly.
Absolutely.
Just have him go, I have mentioned that Bakugo is my most wanted character to voice in any versus animation in general. I love yelling, and Bakugo is a very good conduit for that.
Yeah, it's basically the ultimate yeller up against the guy who just says, "Please shut the fuck up."
Yeah, does Arlo is he the kind of guy that raises his voice at all?
Alright, when he gets like absolutely angry and needs to prove a point, he will raise his voice, but he's not running into a room screaming, "I am Explosion Murder Dynamite and I am the best, fuck all of you other bitches."
Fair enough.
But because he has like kind of confidence where he's like, "I know I'm one of the strongest in this fucking school. None of you can touch me," and then people beat his ass.
he's a lot more
He's
subtle.
not a fraud. He's not a fraud. The people who beat his ass are just stronger than him, but he can hold his own in that fight.
He's a lot more subtle with his confidence, so that's another fun dynamic between the two. And
Yeah,
so
they have.
it could be like that one
Yeah,
invincible variant. He's
Arlo-
like, you really don't need to curse to sound cool.
Yeah.
Swearing doesn't
Yeah,
make you sound
Arlo,
cool.
it definitely sounds like just the type of character that would absolutely piss Bakugo the hell off.
Oh,
yeah.
absolutely. They would
Yeah.
naturally piss
Yep.
each other off. And Unordinary is still going on. They actually just started season 3, so maybe buffs for Arlo? Maybe?
Maybe.
I'm
Wow.
hopeful.
I mean, I mean, My hero currently sits at, I think, like country to like continent level. I don't know if Bakugo fully scales to that stuff, but like the scale he's working on, I don't know if Unordinary can match that.
Unordinary can't match
What do you mean
that.
fully scales? Isn't like the cloud parsing feat like involving Bakugo directly?
Well, no, okay,
Which
no,
one?
that
There's
feat
which
was
one?
in with One for All, so that's not standard.
Oh
for
yeah,
Bakugo.
no, Deku had granted Bakugo 1 for all in that instance, and
and
yeah,
that's
that's how
not
they would do the
standard.
double Detroit
Which-
smash. It's
Which
also
was
not
sick
standard.
as hell. It was sick as hell, but isn't really part of Bakugo's arsenal.
And again, he
Oh, okay,
doesn't
yeah.
need it to beat Arlo. But again,
No.
I've made this very clear. I don't give a fuck who wins. I just want a fun episode, and I think this would be very fun. But
think it's fun.
yes.
Yeah,
I think a fun like idea for the animation would be like Arlo is it would be funny if like they started becoming the inverse of each other personality wise, where like Arlo starts getting pissed off, and then like that's when like he like slips up and like messes up his barriers, and then Bakugo he starts acting like all smug and cocky, being like nice strike dipshit, and then blows him right up.
yes,
Yep.
like the banter is great, the dynamics great. I love kind of these styles of matchups, ultimate offense versus ultimate defense, because it's just such an interesting contrast, especially with explosions and barriers. I just like it. And Unordinary is the best comic on Webtoon. Read it if you haven't. Do not read any other comic on Webtoon, because most of them suck. But Unordinary is great.
Man.
I've seen enough of like just horrible webtoon roasting videos to know that the quality is few and far between.
All right, now okay,
can
I'll
see-
say this quickly about Unordinary.
I
The
could see
problem
this
is
being
a lot of webtoons have the most toxic ass relationships, and that's all the fucking platform pushes. Meanwhile, Unordinary has a relationship bubbling that's basically confirmed between two people who are broken and toxic people. Technically toxic, but they're great. And it's the most wholesome relationship in all of Webtoon.
Oh, I love those kind.
Yeah.
It's,
Wait,
it's like they're
Like-
clearly broken people, but they're fixing each other. It's great.
Like a bridge to Kirito and Asuna.
Yes.
Okay.
So-
Okay. Yeah. You know, I've seen it, so I get that reference.
Okay,
Yeah,
good.
some other just unordinary matchups. I have to shout out another one with my hero, Ida versus Remy. That has a lot of fun dynamics. Ida wins. And there's one
Wait,
with
God bless.
Nerd emoji Ida.
Fuck
yeah,
you.
Nerd Emoji
Fuck
Ida.
you. Fuck all of you. I hate that. You all said that just to spite me. I swear.
I just said that.
Could someone explain that to me, please?
He's the
No, that's what
second
from Mouse Deku.
Nerd emoji
the
Ida.
exit sign.
Yeah,
Oh.
remember when Boomstick called
Okay,
Ida
see,
that in the episode?
when you said that, I was thinking of Ida from Owl House, so I got confused.
Tenya eat.
Come on,
Ida,
Ingenuine,
Ida,
man.
yeah.
He's the goat.
Well, no,
And
I
there's
love
one
Ida. I just had Owl House on the brain.
I love Ida too. He's great.
And there's
Yeah,
one with the
eat a
character.
Eat a cloth orange.
Vroom vroom,
Yeah.
follow the rules.
And there's one with the character from Jungle Juice, Seraphim versus I don't know the Jungle Juice character's name. I haven't read it. I'm scared of bugs, funnily enough. So
Interesting. Yeah, Honori's got options.
I could
But
definitely
there's
see
a
this
lot
being
of
like
good-
a hand-drawn, maybe some cell shading graphics in this episode if they did it.
this episode, yeah, hand drawn or sprites.
No, they just,
like
they
that's
just
the
make it
best
a
way to
full
do
on.
this.
They just make it a full on comic dub.
Oh, yeah, with like
Yeah.
I
yeah,
am not
yeah, let
wanting
DJ
to watch a Death Battle episode. That's basically Yakuza House Husband or whatever the fuck that show was.
DJ edit the whole thing.
Yeah, but absolutely, I just love this matchup. I think it'd be a lot of fun.
Oh yeah.
All right.
Yeah, this sounds fun.
Yeah, it sounds good. Yeah.
I like.
Bakugo is
I like
still
it.
always such a weird matchup because like he has he's thrown around with so many characters and like so many of them are just like so baseline. But this feels like we're actually like touching upon Bakugo's character, which I really appreciate.
Yeah.
Yes.
Now we just have to see if Death Battle is brave enough to delve into webtoons.
This is like one of the two webtoons they can delve
That is one
into
of
and
the-
get away with
Technically
it.
speaking,
Webtoon is
didn't
one of
One
the
Punch Man
two
originate as a webtoon?
It was a webcomic, it wasn't a webtoon.
Yeah, web comic.
Okay.
Webtoon is a specific website.
There are
Yeah,
only
it's a
couple
specific-
Pandora's
okay.
boxes
Okay.
that Death Battle has yet to cover. One is webtoon, and one is just like somebody's OC. Like the second they open that up, there is no limit to what they'll cover.
I guess red versus blue, technically.
I was also say SCP. That's also kind of like another can of worms that they haven't touched.
Yeah.
Red versus Blue is technically an
And also
OC
board
show.
Games like Warhammer.
True.
Oh yeah, board games. That'd be so fun to see. Yeah, Warhammer or like the original Cyberpunk.
Well,
That'd be cool.
Well,
Adam
I
Smasher.
think Dungeons and
versus Castle.
Dragons.
well,
Yes, Dungeons and Dragons. That's the big one.
There's just a lot of can of worms.
well,
Yeah,
when it comes to
we need to stop buying cans of worms. That's
Well-
what I'm.
well, when it comes to cans that we can buy, let's say about these cans over
Oh
here.
boy, here we go. Yes, sir.
That's a big ass.
That's a big ass worm if I've ever seen one.
Big ass.
Alright. So,
How'd you
yeah,
fit in that can, Rayquaza?
But yeah, this one was submitted by me. I gotta give credit to Mimikyu and Apon for the thumbnail. But yeah, Rayquaza, the third of the Weather Trio from Generation 3 of Pokemon, versus Bahamut, the Gray Magic Dragon from Final Fantasy. This is in my opinion, it's become one of my most there's like most wanted and most favorite matchups. Like on the surface level, it is a very it's a very basic kind of matchup. It's just two ancient dragon creatures that are typically associated with like the sky and such. Like it doesn't really go that much deeper unless there's we're talking about specific iterations of Rayquaza and Bahamut that I'm not fully aware of. But what I just really love about this matchup is just the fact that we haven't had Death Battle has not ever done a full-on dragon versus dragon kind of fight, and this one just vibes so well because of how much these two can do. I mean, Rayquaza, Rayquaza has he's a dragon flying type, I think.
Yes, he's dragon flying for sure.
Yeah, he's a dragon flying type, so he has a bunch of moves that are associated with those types, as well as whatever, as well as his Mega Evolution, Mega Rayquaza. That is very
The
that, in my
rawest
opinion-
mega design ever.
Yes,
by
I
the
love
way.
Mega Rayquaza, and also
I love how-
completely broken.
I love how
So broken.
he it wasn't
Mega
even.
what?
They didn't even try to hide it in that one terminal montage video. The moment Mega Rayquaza even fought for a second, he just one-shot everybody in an instant.
Yeah.
Yeah, because Mega Rayquaza is gameplay wise, it's so busted because of his ability Delta Stream, which just
Delta
removes. Yeah, it removes the type weaknesses that he has. But then Bahamut, I mean, I would assume that we'd for this matchup we'd be comping Bahamut, but by doing so, we're giving Bahamut pretty much the entire FF7 series worth of magic at his disposal. That includes the standard, Firaga, Blizzaga, Thundaga, Curaga, that kind of stuff. But where it can get crazy is with stuff stopping time, manipulating minds, let's see, controlling the weather, poison stuff. It is such a massive list of abilities that we can pull from for Bahamut that would just make for such a fun back and forth dynamic in the fight.
And also Neo Bahamut versus Mega Rayquaza.
Oh yeah, true. I didn't know if Bahamut had a quote unquote super form. I know he has different iterations of Bahamut. There's Bahamut Fury and such, but I didn't know if he had a super form for Mega Rayquaza. If he does, that just makes it even better.
Yeah,
I mean, I think if we're gonna be compositing Bahamut, then I think that it would be perfectly fair to give him Neo Bahamut as well, in a sort of way that I would argue Ridley versus Vile, where you get rid of Ridley, then Meta Ridley shows up, where as long as it's not treated as a super form all the Smash Brothers.
Also, while we're talking about
Brandon Yates' track for this goes so hard.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Everything, guys, is so good.
since these two don't talk, and it would have to really come down to the visuals and the backdrop set pieces, having them fight during a thunderstorm or something. This would be a chance for Death Battle to show us something that's unironically actual definition of the word epic.
Yeah.
Also,
Literally.
while we're talking about Pokemon,
Visual
I wanted to,
storytelling.
while we're talking about Pokemon, I just posted in the chat. This is one of my most.
I can't
Pokemon cards.
show it, Zeo, because you didn't. You need to post that later.
No, it's not that important. One of my rarest cards is actually Mega Rayquaza. It's the giant Mega card.
I have
Yeah,
that.
that's nice. Where you live?
I have.
Where do
I'll-
you live?
You know, Zeo. I'll try to edit it into the video around here and
Alright, bet.
have it show up alongside the graphic so that people can see
Alright,
the
bet.
majesty
That
of
sounds
it.
Yeah, but one of my rarest Pokemon cards, and probably I might not ever give it up unless I get robbed or by anybody or Steve.
Oh, what? I'm not robbing. You're just where you live.
You're like, you're like that. You're like that one guy from.
Hell, come on down, brother.
You're like that one guy from Better Call Saul.
It's
It's like, yeah, no, I just want some guys to help me get my Pokemon cards back.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I do
Also-
like, this is completely off topic, but I do like how Rayquaza is essentially just the grumpy upstairs neighbor when
He really
Groudon and
is.
Kyogre were fighting.
Seriously.
He
Yeah,
just
literally.
comes down and yells, "Shut the fuck up," and then leaves.
Yes.
Slaps them like Kirby. It's like, no,
Oh my
stop it.
It reminds me of that one time his first
Shame
introduction
on
to like. It reminds me of his first introduction to Smash Bros. Where he just grabs Diddy Kong and is like, you know what? I'm gonna kill you.
Kills, attacks Diddy Kong. I still to this day don't think that Brawl Rayquaza was the real one because
No.
one, he
No.
just ran. He lived in the water. 2, it just randomly attacked Diddy out of nowhere, and 3, it exploded when it died.
And
You
he
see,
had his bite. He had his
actual
bite and
thing-
blast.
Okay, but the Rayquaza
Fighting
boss fight is
back.
still one of the best boss fights in Smash Brothers history. So
I think
100%.
You know what
I
I
like it.
thought? I think they wanted to get like perfect chaos from Sonic Adventure.
Aw,
But they couldn't get the rights to it.
damn, that would have been cool.
I mean, yeah, because
Sonic was
Sonic
also like a very late edition.
yeah, Sonic was
Right. Yeah.
extremely late of an addition. Like they had to push
Yeah.
the game back just to squeeze him in.
Uh,
So that could explain it, but again,
have
it's
heard-
kind of like what Jonathan said. It's one of the best fights in the story mode.
Though I have heard some like theories that go against Sonic being like Sonic's inclusion delaying the game because like there was a relatively obscure and like not known demo of the game that was like had Sonic in it.
Well,
And
all
it was
I
like-
know-
it was like a late 2006 or something.
all I know is that I would prefer for that to be the case because that's the only explanation I'll accept for why his moveset is so garbage in the series.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
But, then,
he
and
needs
also,
to catch up.
Sonic wasn't even the last character added to the game. That was
No,
like,
it was.
That was Wolf.
Toon Link.
yeah, that was Wolf.
Yeah,
was
Toon Link,
Wolf.
Jigglypuff, and Wolf.
Oh,
Wolf.
okay, but does that actually
they're exclusive to
constitute the
post-game subspace.
Does that actually constitute the order they were added into the game though?
I'm pretty sure it does.
Yeah, like how when they were developed and then eventually added in.
Yeah, that's why they're not in Subspace Emissary, and you have to like
Right. Yeah.
go through the Great Maze to
Gotta go
unlock them.
out of your
See,
way to-
yeah, I just assumed they
Yeah.
couldn't think of a place to include them in the story.
No, they were just last.
Okay.
Yeah, they were.
And like
they
even
literally
then,
just couldn't
when you
find them places.
and even then when you fight them, it's played like a traditional Smash Brothers
Yeah.
match as opposed to like fighting them in a unique area in Subspace Emissary.
Yes,
And plus they
it's
get the
just
unique
one stop.
cutscene.
I feel like,
Like-
there are places that they could have added Wolf in.
Oh
yeah,
well.
because he's a villain character. Like he would
Yeah,
totally
Wolf-
like.
Well, anti-hero more. Like he's
I
like
mean,
a mercenary.
you
He just
could
does shit
see
for
like.
Uh,
All right, I'm putting an end to this
Okay,
conversation,
moving on,
guys.
sorry,
Yes.
moving on.
Yeah, we got to move
Yeah.
on. We got to move on.
All right, so
Discuss it after we stop recording.
all right, so I'm assuming
Hamet.
we said everything we need to about these guys.
I have one more
Yes.
thing. I have one more thing I would like to add.
All right.
All right.
Just simply put, have it be shiny Rayquaza versus Bahamut.
Oh boy.
That would be nice.
Nice.
I think
Mega
I think just in,
Rayquaza
I think
would
just in
go
general-
so hard.
in general though, I think it'd be nice to have this because like the big talk is always about how like we want more like for Final Fantasy on Death Battle we want more characters that are not just from 7. Bahamut is like one of the best characters in that case because it allows us to like touch like almost every like aspect of the FF set like the FF series. And then for Rayquaza, like I think it goes without saying, but like it'd be nice for Death Battle to do more like Pokemon, like just like
full-on
in-
legendary.
Different gens.
yeah, or yeah,
Yeah.
Legendary
Now
episode
you-
that's actually good.
not even just legendaries, but also just like doing episodes with individual Pokemon, like what they did with like Machamp
yeah.
back in season 7.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Mhm.
I just like you kill 2 birds with 1 stone, and like it just makes for like combine it with just like the fun dynamic of the fun dynamic that can be had in the animation. It's like yeah, it's just a recipe for a really fun episode.
A recipe
Oh,
for
yeah.
natural disaster, one might even say.
Literally, yeah, because
Yeah,
their fight
literally.
would literally like terraform the Earth.
That would be pretty epic. Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Death Battle. If you give us a flying giant monster battle, I would love to see those.
will be very
I'd love to see those Devil Artemis visuals pop off.
Oh yeah, especially after
Yeah.
how much you cooked with Hulk versus Godzilla. I agree.
Yes.
Alrighty.
Yeah.
Now-
Just get like Louise, David Fisher, and Devil Artemis on there.
Alrighty.
Yeah.
Now, speaking of cooking, someone cooked up a bit of a trailer for us for this next one, so let's take a look.
MTS Deathmatch Makers present.
Oh, okay. Oh, this match.
Oh, I think I know what this is.
Oh shit!
It's really good. I can. Would you like me to pause
So
it there?
yeah, I just kinda. So yes, Mayday and Zoot versus Chai and 808. I have a big love of, like, a huge pleasure of mine is like when fights sync up to music, like beat to beat, and that is all these games are. Just pure like rhythm beat 'em ups, like more so Hi-Fi Rush than No Straight Roads. But like still, this is just, and like both characters are just like super, they have like super quirky cast of characters, and like honestly just play the games if you haven't. They're good. I think No Straight Roads is coming out with a sequel, and this would be just like, it would allow like whoever's doing the music to pop off, just doing like the hardcore rock stuff, and yeah, sorry, I really like this. It's just kind of hard to.
I would see this being like having heavy inspiration from like the garage band, like rock style.
Absolutely, yeah.
Like stuff like
pretty
fell in
much
love
what
with a
they
girl, I fell in
Yeah.
love with a mask completely, stuff like that.
You know that like for this matchup, the music has to be like the best.
Oh
Yeah, absolutely.
It's gotta be a lot like Tom versus Wiley, where the music kind of directs
Matches with
the
the
actual
battle,
fight.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
like the
and, like-
music plays such a big part. It's like the main thing, so it's got to be perfect.
This absolutely, yeah. This and like the whole thing with like Hi-Fi Rush is like Chai's heart actually changes the world around him, so it like syncs up to the music. And then this is, oh yeah, I did put why I like this matchup. They are two of my favorite games I've played in recent years. Great music, great characters, and then just fights to the beat of the music. Gotta love it. And then just super goofy competitive banter, because like both Chai and Mayday are kind of just like goofy and always ready to just like hit things with the guitars. Just yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it sounds like fun. I have yet to play Hi-Fi Rush, but like I know that like just based on what I've seen of it, I know I'd really enjoy it. It looks so much fun.
Yeah,
That-
Hi-Fi Rush
Yep.
is definitely
I do need
all
to
of
get to
the-
that game.
It's
Hi-Fi
so
Rush,
fun.
everything is synced up to the beat. Everything. And it tickles my brain perfectly.
See, this feels like and we know he wants to animate for the show. This feels like a really good one for Soul Gen to do,
Ooh, absolutely.
because
Oh, yeah.
he
That
has
would be cool. That would be sick.
he has such a talent when it comes to manipulating 3D models into like
Yes.
such contortions and ways that you wouldn't think possible, until like where they feel like cartoons in the sense of like hand drawn. Like it feels like he took 3D models and made them feel like pencil drawings.
2D, yeah.
It's crazy the way he's able to manipulate things like that. And which is why I also think it would be cool to see him animate a Genshin Impact character, because they have a lot, because they have very expressive like 2D faces as well.
Or ZZZ.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh yeah, CCC.
Yeah,
Ooh,
that one
okay.
that one would be even better. So I'll go ahead and
yeah,
show off the thumbnail now.
Yeah.
Yeah, very.
Oh yeah, that's
So-
beautiful.
So
yeah, that's a really good.
So yeah, another 2v2 kind of like Chief versus
Yeah,
Slayer. They have their helpers
Well, I
with
mean,
them.
2 versus Chai does have a few people he can like warp in temporarily.
Interesting.
So it's like a 2v, I think.
He's got Final Fantasy summons.
2v
I mean,
2v
kinda,
miscellaneous.
sorta. 2v5, I think.
Okay. Cool. Yeah.
this
I'd
is
be
fun.
super down for this. I like characters like Parappa as well. Would be awesome for the
Oh,
show
yeah.
to like experiment with. Just having music be the driving force of an episode is always like such a fun idea.
Oh,
It's why I've also kind of fallen in love with the idea of the Huntrix versus the Dazzlings from Equestria
Oh,
Girls, because like
Oh my
I-
god.
Yes,
I
music
used to
battles.
want there is before Hi-Fi Rush came out. I used to want Mayday versus Eddie Riggs.
Mayday versus Eddie.
Oh,
Oh yeah, for the
Oh.
Jack Black character, right?
Yeah, from Brutal Legend.
Yes, that would be.
Rest in
That
peace,
is a very underrated game.
Yeah, this after Hi-Fi Rush came out, it got overtaken by this.
we know you're eating bats in heaven like a legend.
Yep.
So awesome. Yeah, really good stuff here. I got Hi-Fi Rush on my list of games to eventually play. Probably after I get through some.
Yeah, same here. Same
Probably after I get through a few Yakuza games.
It's also got,
Oh, yeah.
I need to play more Yakuza.
It's also
games,
got
too.
like a lot of
Me too.
Persona 5 dubbed voice actors.
Yeah.
It's got Robbie Damon.
Mhm.
It's got Erica Lindbeck.
Wait, which game? No Straight Roads or
Hi-Fi
Rush?
Hi-Fi
Hi-Fi
Rush. Robbie
Oh,
Robbie Damon
bet.
voices
Yeah.
this guy right here.
Yeah, he voices
Yeah.
Cry.
Yeah, no, okay,
Like,
that
all
makes
the
me want
roles
to
he
try
played
that.
that used to.
One of the few times Robbie Damon voices a character that isn't secretly evil.
Yeah, I was gonna say, yeah, like-
character that isn't insane.
No, in this one, Roger Craig Smith voices the evil person.
Oh, okay. That's a
Yeah.
Interesting.
fun flip. All right.
It's weird because like you
Fun
hear him,
flip,
and
I
you
said
hear
this is-
Sonic. You hear Sonic, but then you look at the guy and he's just like, just blatantly corporate evil.
That's crazy.
That's amazing.
I've always stood by that Roger Craig Smith is a very good character actor. At the end of the
Oh,
day,
absolutely.
it's why he voices
Oh, yeah.
basically every background
His
character in regular shows.
He voiced every background character in the new Spider-Man show. I swear to God.
Aside from Chai, Roger's character does have the funniest lines.
Nice.
So
All right, yeah, check out these games if y'all haven't. That's why.
Yeah.
That's
They're
why.
definitely
That's
on
why
my
we.
list now.
That's why we showed these matchups off at the end of the day.
yeah.
All right. Now, we're coming to assuming if there's anything else you wanted to say about this game
Nope,
matchup.
I've pretty much said everything I wanted to. Play these games if you haven't. They're
Well,
fun.
Well, in that
Or
case,
listen to the soundtracks.
in that case, we are moving on to our last matchup of the episode, and it is our first in a segment I like to call the members only trash pick. And this is for members of the YouTube channel. I made a post that only they could see where they could suggest matchups for the series, and they are guaranteed to appear on the show. So if you want us to talk about your matchup specifically, become a member now, and you'll have a chance to put your matchup in the queue, and we will 100% talk about it on an episode of Trash Picks Talk. So for our very first in the series, we have from the Ashen Devil, their matchup is Old Man Logan versus The Last Ronin.
What?
That's a fun one.
sir.
That's a
This
fun
is
one.
such a
Yeah.
fucking.
That's good.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Amazing first pick, by the way. Thank you for picking that one, Ashen Devil. This is a really awesome idea for an episode.
Yes.
Yeah, this is so fucking cool.
Pretty much, yeah. It's pretty much heroes that are from alternate dystopian universes where just like everything's gone to shit, and yet despite that, despite like how fucked up everything's gone, they still they're still heroes at their core. They still try to do by what's right.
Yeah.
I want to play
The
after the
fucking
trailer for
reveal.
this matchup.
Of the Last Ronin, of which turtle it is insane.
Hmm.
You don't
Oh, yeah.
realize it.
So
But once it
crazy.
happens, you're like, fuck.
No spoilers, by the way.
So-
Yeah,
like,
no spoilers. I'm not
it's
spoiling.
really, it's
So
really
so I'm
impactful.
assuming you read those comics then.
I've read. I need to get back on it because ADHD. I dropped it. But like the first, how the Last Ronin's even introduced that moment in the comic, I legitimately was reading. It's like, what the fuck is this?
Because
In
I'm
like the most affectionate, positive way possible. 'Cause
I actually don't know what Last Ronin is from, but sorry, continue.
so it was like a short series of comics. I remember. I have like the
Yeah,
physical.
it was a short series.
I have like the physical of all of them just chilling. I need to finish it. But how it opens is you just see one turtle, and you can see the dialogue box is the other turtles are talking, and then it pans out, and it's just the last Ronin.
Wow.
All of the others are just voices in his head, and it is
Wow.
It's
It hits
It's
like
very-
an
it hits.
emotional. It hits.
That is.
It hits you so emotionally. It really hurts. And once it's revealed who the turtle is, it hurts even more.
Yeah, I think.
Yeah,
I will say
which,
it is.
which
I
turtle
believe as the
specifically?
ideal. I will say, like, I'm not gonna say who it is, because, like, even though someone already spoiled it for me, but I will say, I believe it is the ideal way to bring that turtle back onto the show.
Yes.
Oh,
Oh,
it's
yeah.
100%, 100%.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
This is such a fucking cool matchup, and you know we've been talking a lot about matchups, but this would be emotional as all hell with these two.
Oh yeah, it would
Yeah,
be very.
It needs to go for like neo-noir vibes that the Logan film does. Like, have it be black and white the entire time. Do what Martian Manhunter versus Silver Surfer didn't do. Like, have it be. I want this one to be black and white for the whole animation, not just for the beginning.
Until like the death, then like the
Oh,
death,
I
we
know.
can have like red, like
Yeah.
very sharp red.
Yeah, yeah,
Or, yeah,
red for
like,
blood. That would be
blood
cool.
is
Just give us like a
Pretty
Mad World.
ass.
Just give us like a Mad World aesthetic, but make it emotional.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
so Sin City.
Absolutely.
It's also like what we mentioned. It's what y'all mentioned before about like bringing this turtle back specifically. It's also the same for Logan because you know we've had Logan before on the show with Raiden, and like we all like everyone always talks about Bigby, but like this would definitely like if we're talking about like bringing Logan back in a like I don't want to say more interesting way, but like in a more like subvert our expectations kind of way, this would definitely be a very this would be a really fun iteration of Logan to bring onto the show. Absolutely.
Yeah, we don't normally get to do characters like these where it's a very specific story being told. And like I think by doing that, especially with comic book characters, it'll probably make the rundowns more digestible and like more easy to tell coherent stories like within them, so that they're not just like pulling from multiple sources and multiple authors to try to like composite one like thematic thing the whole way through, because like sometimes that works pretty well with like Ghost Rider, other times it's a little wonky like with Miles. It kind of depends on the character, but when you have like one specific iteration, which I don't think they normally do for comic characters, doing Old Man Logan specifically has so much like potential when it comes to the writing, and like same goes for Last Ronin, obviously.
Yeah, the best comparison I could make would probably be like how they try to do that a little bit with Trunks versus Silver. What they try to be like, this version of Trunks and Silver is a little different than what you might know. I feel like you really can like take advantage of like how fucked up these versions of the characters turned out.
Yeah, that's one like taking that to the next level essentially.
Yeah. As for the track, my suggestion is Therwolf do this because he knows how to work.
I want it to be like Last of Us level acoustics.
Yes, exactly.
Oh yes.
I want there to be an emotional beat of whoever, and I want there to be an emotional beat by the end, like whoever dies, and like I want that to like sink in, just feel the pain and tragedy these characters have felt throughout the years.
That's the sad part, though, is that like these are such tragic characters, and yet we're pitting them against each other in a fight.
And one of them has to die.
One of them has to die.
You could have it be that whoever dies, like we get to see them seeing like the ghosts of their friends, and like have it be an emotional like reunion for them.
Oh no! Don't do that. Are you trying to make me get depression? Like, bro, I can't.
No, but like it would be a bittersweet way to end it. So it's like even though so it's like if anything like you would kind of root for. If anything, it would like be more happy for the loser, because they're the ones, whoever wins like has to like deal with like still living essentially.
Headcanon this for my own mental sanity. These two become friends drinking beer, drinking like bourbon in like a rundown bar.
Because I'm curious who you guys think would win.
I'm actually not sure. I have no
clue.
It's been a while since I checked on the debate, so I'm not sure who wins.
Usually,
Logan
I
healing
would lean
factor,
on
though?
Logan. I mean,
Well, because here's the
maybe?
thing. I think with Old Man Logan, the way how his healing factor works is because I don't know if this was something that was in Logan specifically, or like they pulled that from Old Man Logan the comics. But I think he has like adamantium poisoning, so his healing factor. His healing factor is like significantly weaker because the adamantium is like all throughout his body, so it's like it weakens his healing.
Well, yeah, exactly. Because if you put normal Wolverine against someone like Raphael, for example, just the normal baseline versions of these characters, Wolverine like would easily stomp because like how the fuck would they possibly kill him? That's what makes this matchup interesting because it's Old Man specifically, and his healing factor is significantly nerfed.
I feel like this battle would come down to their experience and their tactics. On, like, how they would like.
And I feel like any animation style would work for this. Whatever lets it be the most gritty and like helps them. This has to have like zero jank in it because it needs to like be as like down to earth as possible. So yeah, I guess because of that, hand drawn would probably make the most sense because like there's less of a chance for silly it
doesn't even have to have the most...
feet not matching up with the floor walking moments,
It doesn't have to have the most intense choreography. Like this is going to be an emotional fight with just these two characters. So you're allowed to like take a slower pace.
And I think the dialogue would make a lot of sense to like get across too, because I think they would need to. I'm curious about how like a fight like this would start out between them. What caused them to like say, I'm gonna kill you. You don't know me.
I would assume it would be like the Ronin being like, you need to get out of my way. I have something to do, and Logan's just like, no chance in hell.
Who the hell are you? Get out of my way.
That chance, bub.
You're next. Just exactly the same, no variation.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I guess that would be cool if they got Xander Mobus back for Logan.
Oh,
the thing is, if they brought him back though for Logan, I would want him to do like a far more like older, grungier sounding Logan. Not like the very campy like 90s cartoon sound for Logan. It needs to have like that oldness to it.
Yeah.
That Jack rap.
Yeah, because of that, I wouldn't be surprised if they got somebody else who would hit that a bit more easily, So, oh man, what if they got Kaiji to do that?
Oh, that would be cool.
That'd be great.
Although pitch, like a self-absorbed pitching here, but get me to voice the last Ronin. I'll do my Cronin voice, but add more breath and less energy.
Cronin.
Cronin.
Yes, sir.
My Cronin bird.
McDougal from KOF 15. The only voice acting role I've ever done. I am writing it as far as I can take it.
Yay. Well. On that note, thank you, Ashen Devil, for suggesting this matchup. I think we can all agree here that Death Battle absolutely needs to do this. I'm predicting this now. I think it's gonna be on the next Tournament of Champions as an option.
I think it will.
This just straight up looks like. Also, this just straight up looks like a Tournament of Champions style thumbnail. Anyway.
Yes.
It really does,
by the way.
Yeah, I see it.
So yeah, I'm predicting this now. I think it's gonna be on there, and if it is, it'll take a lot for me to vote for something else over it.
Yeah, I was gonna say, Ashen Devil, you better hope that there's not another matchup that I like more. I'm joking.
All right, so thank you for the suggestion, and we'll see you guys on the next episode. Take care. Bye.
All right.
Bye. Bye.